How's it
I'm
going?
all right, man. How's you?
No, I can't complain.
Good.
I was gonna say I'm tired, but I really can't say that to
Yeah, I'm a little
you.
a little bit tired now.
Oh man. So I'm curious, like, because it's what 2:30 for you, right?
Yeah, 2:30 a.m.
Um. So do you like just stay up after this, or do you go back to bed?
I'll be going back to bed. Definitely going back to bed today. Yeah.
Is that easy for you to do? Like you just lay down and you just go?
Nah, takes a while. We'll have a miniature dachshund, sausage dog, who
Yeah.
normally snuggles in, and helps get to sleep. So, yeah.
All right, I don't know. Maybe we can have some frogs put together a lullaby for you or
Yeah, that would
something.
be nice. Yeah, man. Yeah, but they've got this
Um,
little sausage dog, and he's like a hot water bottle. So he snuggles up to your feet. It's all nice and warm and soft, and that normally helps fall asleep. Like,
is it you have one dog?
yeah, we've got let's say it's a miniature sausage dog, and he's not house trained whatsoever. He's absolutely spoilt rotten, and kind of rules the house.
Yeah, but look, he helps you fall asleep. So in the
Definitely.
grand scheme of things,
Yeah, we've got two Bengal cats as well, which are the craziest animals ever. They're like
I don't think I'm familiar with that.
they're like if you have a Google Bengal cats, they've got like the same markings as like tigers and various kind of panthers. They were bred
Okay.
from wild cats, and that crazy. They're very intelligent. They can open drawers and manage to escape. They like going in the bath, whereas most cats don't like water. They actively like water. You can play fetch with them, like they'll play fetch like you would a dog. The crazy, wild-looking animals. Yeah.
That's absolutely amazing.
Aye. Yeah. So it's a mad house at my house. Loads of kids, loads of
No,
animals.
I've never seen those before. That's pretty
Oh,
cool.
they're stunning-looking cats, but they're only kind of attached to one person. In this case, it's my daughter. They love my daughter, and everybody else is pretty much dead to them. They've got no time for anybody else in the house. Like they won't even come near you. So yeah,
Well, look, as long as they love your kid, right?
that's it. They love the kids, and we've got the dog, so it works out okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Well, I guess just to formally start, this is Tadpolean or Chupacabra, and I'm talking with Simon from Graf Giraffe Gang. We want to sort of update on the second Graf Fly Frog collaboration piece.
Yeah.
So I think I've discovered a conspiracy with this one in particular.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one bit on it, and it's from Fly Frog himself, right? So my idea or my thought is that everyone is just so intimidated that the creator of all of the frogs has put this down and put the gauntlet down. That I feel like they just stepped aside and just let him have this one.
Yeah.
So I think that's at least what I've cooked up in my head.
Yeah.
So
I'll go with that. I'll go with that.
I think that's the narrative that we're gonna go with for right now.
Yeah.
But
open sea, man, it's been a nightmare.
Yeah. So talk about that a little bit more.
So, if anyone's listening, the link is still active to the auction. The auction is now finished, but the NFT hasn't automatically been transferred to Fly Frog, so it's still open. So if anyone wants to outbid Fly Frog, feel free to do so. And then basically, I have to manually accept the highest bidder.
Right.
Or not even the highest bidder. I can accept any of the bids that I would choose, which is bizarre. I don't know why OpenSea have done this, and I don't know if it's just because I'm based in the UK.
Right.
So basically, when we set up the first one, when I set up the first auction, it said that auctions were unable, timed auctions were unable to be scheduled for the future for UK users. However, as that's popped up, it then went through with the transaction, but it went straight as a buy now, which I then tried to cancel.
Right.
That transaction failed, yet the ETH was still taken. So the ETH was still taken, wasn't refunded. The contract to execute failed, but the fee in ETH was still taken, which was annoying to say the least. I then retried. It worked the second time. It cancelled the auction. Took a lot more ETH to do that. Then I started the auction. This time it wasn't scheduled. I started the auction immediately. And then when the first one came to the end of the auction last week, I then had to go on and accept the offer, which then I had to pay another gas fee,
right,
just to get the NFT to its new owner. So overall, it pretty much cost the same amount in gas fees that we raised in the sale.
Yeah, mildly frustrating to say the least. When we say we wanted to help charity, we definitely did not have OpenSea in mind as the recipient.
Yeah. So I think it was maybe I don't know at the top of my head, maybe $22 at the time.
Right.
Whatever the ETH price was this time last week, that's roughly the profit.
Right. Yeah.
Which the amount of work that went in to do that, and the amount of work that's still ongoing, because I'm custom designing a giraffe for the winner. I'm not going to name the winner in case they don't want to be named, but I'm custom designing a giraffe as part of the prize for the winner, and obviously a custom designed by hand each one of these frog giraffe crossover collabs.
Yeah.
So to do all that, to have like 20 something bucks for charity, wasn't ideal. It wasn't a great feeling at the time.
No, but the rocky start. We'll turn this around. So I think we're gonna have. I might be hosting it. I can come on and maybe I can host it through your account in the United States. For the third one. So hopefully we can work our way around this truly cross pond conspiracy that they have going on.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I feel for you, and looking through all these things that you experience, as you think about auctions in different locations, and in the sphere, you don't think about how they charge people different things. So I mean, that absolutely sucks, but hopefully we can figure out what the third one, and we can turn things around.
Yeah, man. I mean, it seems bizarre in this new age that we're living. That do you know what I mean? Especially because we're using blockchain. I thought the whole idea was to eliminate this restriction on financial and technological locality. Do you know what I mean? I thought that was one of the aims, and then for different restrictions to be put in place, depending on where you're located in the globe, just seems an odd decision by OpenSea.
Well, it's definitely the first odd decision they've ever made. At this point, this is where like somebody would throw out the cliche of like, well, clearly we're early because they still haven't figured these things out.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so.
I'm excited though. I took a look at, so the second one has giraffe traits to it. So, in a lot of ways, if it does end up being Fly Frogs, I love the fact that sort of the collaboration will be, epitomized in his wallet with the Giraffe collaboration, and that's pretty cool. I'm taking a look at the third one, which we'll figure out and we'll get up, within the next 24 hours. We'll let you fall asleep with that wiener dog on your feet soon. But the new one has like pirate vibes and like laser beams coming out of the eyeballs.
Yeah,
Uh,
man.
and it's got like a lot of green coming through in the chest and a lot of red. I think people are really going to dig it when they see it.
Yeah, it was definitely one of my favorites to do. I love the laser. I'm a sucker for the laser eyes.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like that's a really dividing thing in various communities, right? You either really love the laser eyes or you don't.
yeah. I think just from an artist's point of view and the
Yeah,
aesthetic,
yeah,
I really like it. Yeah.
yeah. Well, and it makes it stand out too, right?
Mm.
Um,
Yeah. That's one thing with this collection. It's that they all stand out. They're all very bold. There's no kind of soft um, watercolor palette going on with the collaboration. It's very much in your face, out there graffiti with a glitch effect and various kind of echoes, and yeah, it's very much a bold look for each of the collab pieces.
well, and that works coming from your background, tagging things. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I looked into the statute of limitations in the United Kingdom for graffiti.
Right. Yeah.
Did you know there's an unlimited fine attached to graffiti? Like they actually can fine you whatever they want.
No, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, well, look, it's the internet, so maybe it's wrong,
Yeah.
but because I had all these questions and I was trying to get advice from you,
Mm.
and maybe some inspiration, but maybe I guess what I'll say is there and what was your medium? Did you primarily do spray paint or was it markers and things?
Oh, I'm old. It was spray paint.
So like what are the secrets that people should know and what are they doing wrong when they're spray painting?
Oh, I couldn't possibly give
It's just like a
advice
feel. It's
to
just a
the
feel and you just get to it.
well for the new generation. It would be remiss of me to try and to advance to give tips to the new generation of street artists and graffiti artists because of the fact there's markers out there,
Right.
and so the as always happens with any form of medium, the work, the level of artwork just gets higher and higher and higher, and I'm talking like a quarter of a decade ago.
Right.
That's how old I am. When I was spraying. And it was kind of you are doing it at night times,
Yeah.
and we didn't have like wind up torches. We had torches that required huge cell batteries that cost about, do you know what I mean,
Oh, I
£30
used to have a couple of those. Yeah,
to buy a
like
set.
those gigantic batteries. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so it was kind of, the work wasn't always the greatest quality. It was done in dark. It was done in the winter, in the middle of the night with very minimal light, and trying to shake the paint cans as quietly as you could, so not to disturb security on whichever location you are spray painting. It was definitely more about the movement.
Right.
Than there was no open spaces to spray like there is now for the art.
Mhm.
It
Right.
wasn't accepted in the way that it is now. And I can only imagine what the pioneers in the 70s and 80s had to go through. But I know in the late 90s, no, it wasn't accepted at all. That was back when Banksy was starting out. He's a lot older than me, but he was starting out around that time. And like I say, like I've mentioned before, it's always been heavily politicized.
Right.
The 90s graffiti style, in the message it was aiming to get out there. It wasn't necessarily about the art; it was about the message. But then again, when I was graffitiing, it wasn't about either. It was just purely tagging, purely like the punk ethos of anarchy and just tagging places that were thought unreachable, getting access to certain locations and certain landmarks, and getting your tag on that location. It was a buzz. It was great. So I have no advice for the art for the art scene now for the artists, other than if to practice, definitely digital. You could definitely hone your craft digitally without facing arrest and prosecution and unlimited fines.
Unlimited fines. I'm telling you, I looked it up. It's like
Yeah,
a law.
man.
It's like a law from 1971 or something.
And also now the big thing is now CCTV.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Yeah. Everywhere, but yeah, particularly in England.
So yeah, kids will have to hoodie and mask up to do anything, but then it's everywhere's camera, everywhere's covered, so you can pretty much be tracked back to your front door. But in the late 90s, early 2000s, there was very, very minuscule amount of CCTV. It was just in very sparse locations, so you can get away with a lot more. Now I don't think young graffiti artists would be able to get away with vandalizing huge significant places. But back in the day, it was more than accessible, and it was like a badge of honor to have your tag in a location which was thought to be impossible to tag. So yeah,
like,
definitely digital's the way now. Digital graffiti, yeah, man.
You ever climb like super high to tag up something?
I didn't know. No, but I know people who we've got the biggest like landmark in my area is called the Tyne Bridge.
Okay.
It's a massive bridge that links the north and the south Tyne. It's a river, massive, and I've known people who've scaled the top of that. It's if you Google it and have a look, it's like about a quarter of the size of the San Francisco Bridge, which doesn't sound a lot, but it's still, when you're talking in height, it's huge, and people would scale that and hang over the sides. Somebody would hold their feet and they would hang over, so they graffiti the side of the bridge,
Oh no,
that it could be seen from all angles. I'm not a fan, and have never been a fan of heights.
No, me either. I just Googled it. Oh, my hands are sweating just thinking about that.
Yeah, no, I've never been a fan of heights. Mine was always about getting into doing places which shouldn't have been done. So like big shopping centres. I mean, I probably can't be prosecuted 20 years later, but we would like hide inside like what you guys would refer to as the mall.
Yeah.
Would hide inside there in the toilets, the disabled toilets, and hide in until the security locked the place up, and then we would tag every single shop window inside the mall. So yeah, that happened once, and I got into a lot of trouble for that. Yeah, an awful lot of trouble.
Look at where it brought you. So
yeah,
now what you need to do is come up with like the Giraffe hoodie, and then incorporate into it like that cloaking technology for CCTV.
Yeah, man.
So like all the people that tag will buy your cloaking giraffe hoodie, and then like they won't be seen. I'm telling you.
Man. That's an idea. Have a whole line of face masks.
Yeah, exactly,
hoodies,
right.
Man.
Like digital blocking face masks or something.
Yeah, man. I want to say, because I know this has been recorded. If my kids ever listen to this in the future, this is all purely for entertainment basis. None of this really happened.
That's right. That's right.
I've never broken the law in my life.
That's right. I'm also an emperor frog with a cleaver in my head. So
yeah,
this is all based in reality.
No, my kids are fully aware that of some of my past, and they realize it was a different time, and they are far more privileged than I ever was.
Well, look, and if you are lying to them, your daughter will just get your Bengal tiger cat, and it'll like interrogate you, and you'll get the truth out of it. She'll get the truth out of you.
Claw me face off. They're lethal. They're absolutely lethal. Yeah, man.
So like I said, the second one just ended. You and I we'll figure out how to get the third one up and try and get it up in US OpenSea so that we're not, just bogged down in all those transaction fees.
Yeah.
But so just as a reminder, you'll get the custom. This will be the third one of 25 total, the Fly Frogs, Graf Giraffe collaboration frog. And then in addition to winning the bid, you also get to work with you to get a custom Graf Giraffe put into the collection as well.
Yeah, which will be minted as part of the official Graf Giraffe Gang collection, and gifted to the winner, obviously minus gas fees, because that's an issue in the UK. So yeah, and you'll also be providing trees for frogs across the world, and helping support disabled artists like myself, who still want to be able to work and don't want to be left on the scrap heap.
That's right. And this will at least provide something. And first two did not provide as much as we were hoping, but we're moving in the right direction. And look, if Fly Frog bids on the third one, don't be scared. Okay. The Emperor Frog will support you, and it'll be all right. Is there anything else you want? Is there anything else you want to add?
No, man. No, I think that's it. My end. Yeah, just keep coming and checking out the project. Like the artwork has got a uniform look across the board, but with each piece being completely individual and hand sprayed digitally. And yeah, that's it for a collection. For us to collab with you guys has been phenomenal, and obviously the heights I think your project is going to go to. I think looking back, maybe in a few years' time, this collection of only 25 could be such a rare thing to be a part of. So get those bids in, especially how reasonable the opening bid price is now, and definitely encourage people to get involved.
Yeah, for real. I can't agree with all that more. Well, again, as always, I appreciate you staying up at this ridiculous hour.
No worries, man. But there's a storm in the UK, Storm Eunice. There was a storm earlier this week, and now it's merged and become a mega storm. So I'm able to do this space because the internet went off earlier. And yeah, it's chaos across the UK.
Like, it's not snowing or anything, is it?
No, apparently it's going to be snowing. It's more or less, I think it was 70 to 80 mile an hour winds. Yeah, so it's pretty breezy outside. There's trees, power lines down, and it's our little island. It normally has such bland weather.
Right.
We're not prepared for this kind of natural weather phenomenons, and the whole country goes into meltdown.
Well, please be safe.
Obviously, yeah, man.
We got a fair number of frogs that live in Canada, and so they're probably laughing at the notion of 70-80 mile an hour winds. They're like, that's nothing at all.
Exactly. But we've got such a frail little country with old crumbling buildings that people don't want to replace because it's part of our quotes history.
That's right.
And they're just accidents waiting to happen. All of these quaint little old cottages and all this old-fashioned colonial bullshit. I hope some of it just get blown down. It's an eyesore. And without getting too politicized this late on, there's loads and loads of families who are homeless in this country, yet they can't build on certain land because of its historical value, which is absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
Don't agree with that whatsoever. You should house your own people before trying to cling on to this elitist bullshit, private land and horrible eyesore golf courses, which are allowed to build wherever they want. Fuck the rich, burn the establishment. Yeah.
That is the best way to end I could ever think of.
Cool, man.
All right, man.
Speak to you next week, brother.
All right, talk to you soon.
Cheers, man. Bye.
Hold on, there must be some mistake. Don't you know me? I'm Kermit the Frog.